UrbanGrindTV. 20 seasons, 10 years. Yup.
On Urban Grind Radio.
Yo, Urban Grind Radio. We are back, man. It's your boy DJ P1.
Yeah.
You gonna talk about it? What's your word for today?
You know what? It's reality.
Reality. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about reality.
You know what?
So
Speaking of reality,
yeah.
this actually is the perfect word for this guest that we have
today.
But this is a person that deals with reality on the daily.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Man, how everybody doing out there? I'm Antonio Williams from realfreedom.org.
Yes, sir.
A community activist, a lobbyist, real estate, a little bit of everything. So
Everything real in it.
yeah,
Okay. Right. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, so what you working on now, man? It's like community activists, man. Like the community need a lot of activating right now.
You know,
So
that's a fact, man. I mean, there's so many crazy things going on at this present time. So, but one of the things that brought me here today is because we was Real Freedom was just recently. We're supporting the current Democratic nominee, governor for Indiana. Of course, we're sitting here in Illinois.
Right.
You know, but you know, as I mentioned before, you know, black injustice is actually done anywhere. So anyone that's actually sitting there and really ready to represent us as a whole, as a black community, we definitely gonna make sure that we support them in every factor that we can.
Okay. No, that's a good look. That's a good look. So how do you get involved? Are you from Chicago?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago, born and raised on the West Side.
Oh, there it is. So then, how do you get involved in Indiana politics? Like,
you know what? So fortunately, as I mentioned, the reality is the need is great everywhere.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
I can even give you a prime example. Just recently, maybe about 4 weeks ago, I was in London, and being over there, man, like the way that you're treated as a black person over there is truly different.
Totally different
from how you're being treated over
Elaborate
there.
on that.
You know what I mean? So. One of the things that I actually loved about being over there is that every individual, they walk up to you and the premise of the conversation is, hey, where you from? And they're not asking about like what city are you from, they're asking about your lineage.
Right.
And which was something that literally blew my mind because, I'm talking to someone, I'm like, yeah, I'm from Chicago. They're like, no, I'm from Trinidad, from the tribe of this.
Right.
Where you from?
Right.
And so I'm like dumbfounded, like, oh shit, Chicago.
This ain't 290 over west, out west.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Right.
And of course that even more so allowed me to know that, okay, well, I think that we all must get a deeper understanding of ourselves because having over there conversations, we had the conversations, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm somewhat of a starter, so I had my Black Lives Matter t-shirt on and all that good stuff. So, we're over there doing interviews with different individuals and obviously different cultures. And just asking them about how the injustice that they feel that they see that's going on in the United States and kind of pretty much their focus on it. And the reality of it is everyone was like, hey man, we feel bad for y'all. Like we see what y'all going through and we understand that it's terrible. And there's the notion that, that we all must rally around to support. So we have individuals. So we do have a Real Freedom London chapter. We have a Real Freedom Germany chapter, a Real Freedom Brazil chapter, because as I mentioned, like it's terrible everywhere. I was in China recently before the coronavirus, right? So before the coronavirus hit, and where the black people are in that area, like this was the most cleanest place I ever been to, period. So I've been blessed. Truly by the grace to be able to go to, quite a few different countries. But when I went over there to China, what really surprised me, man, is like they're out in the middle of the expressway sweeping the rocks up. You know what I mean? Like, that's how extremely clean it is. But they have an area that's called Africa where all the black people are. It's dirty as hell. It's completely filthy.
They call it Africa?
They call it Africa. It's known because this is where all the African Americans are in this country. So they are taking the time out. They have all the street sweepers and all of these multiple people because it's 1 billion people. So of course, they have to, go to the extent to keep it clean.
Right.
But when it get to where individuals that look like me and you are, now you see the divide of, well, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, screw them. Right. So forgive me, everyone. But
Katie.
But when it comes to that notion, that's what lets you know that, of course, we must do as much as we can as individuals, no matter what country or what city that we're from. So therefore, we can all be a part of the solution instead of being part of the problem.
You know what? That was definitely a reality check. Back to what you mentioned, like when you said that you couldn't even back where you actually is from. And guess what? I can't either.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's a story for a lot of blacks.
Right.
And it's sad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we got to do better as a whole.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Man, that's deep. What made you actually get into doing the whole, just being so involved? And what's your plan to make a difference?
You know what? So I was actually thrown into it at a young age. So, we actually started in the construction field. So there's some individuals named of Melvin Bailey and Mark Carter and all those individuals. So, let's say, you have those people that come up in the area of Black Panther and like in the 70s. So for me, obviously I'm not, I wasn't born in that era, but these were my freedom fighters of that time. Because at the age of 14, 13, things of that nature, we were going on to the construction sites asking for inclusion in a neighborhood that is 99% African American. You know what I mean? Right. So what we would do, we would say, hey, in the midst of these individuals on the corner selling drugs, you guys are literally not even 50 feet away making $60, $40, $80 an hour or whatever once you include the insurance and all benefits, that. Yeah. And and these guys sitting here literally risking their lives about to go to jail, trying to survive and feed, and so that's terrible. So and from that, and it actually started from that premise of life for me, because that was something that was continuously ongoing. And it didn't stop just in that notion. So I've been doing this from, like I said, from the ages of 14, just trying to make sure that we all be included in this thing, what they call, America.
That's dope.
Okay. So is it an economic platform, or is it just
you know what? What we're doing things on multiple fronts. So that's what I was speaking on earlier. When it comes to the real estate. So the reason that we had to tackle the real estate first, because of course we all need generational wealth. Yep. And that's the only way that we'll actually accumulate that. We're not going to accumulate it by actually while working a job 9 to 5. It's not going to happen unless you're doing it in a collective model. And unfortunately, us as African Americans actually don't have that discipline or that mindset to band together to do it in a manner where we all be okay. So what I'm doing is, I was previously a receiver with the city of Chicago, and the only reason I say previously, because we're doing it to a greater magnitude. They always try to put titles on you to restrict you mentally, but once you understand that there is no such thing as a title and you can do whatever it is that you want, you can always progress. So when we start taking over or assisting individuals in their hardship when it comes to their property. So let's say, as I mentioned, if you have a previous mortgage in foreclosure, you owe the city, a mountain of debt, they come after you in every way possible. Right. So that's another form of economic depression. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what we were doing was to sit there and being able to relieve them of that economic depression, to say, okay, hey, you no longer have to sit here and worry about, how you're going to pay your bills, or if you or the money that you thought you were going to pay your bills. They're actually taking it from their standpoint, directly out of your check, directly out of your state federal taxes, as well as their state taxes. And a lot of people don't know that they can actually take it from there without you even seeing it. So before you actually see your federal taxes and you thinking that you're about to get $6,000-$7,000, and we all know that people have that money planned out as soon as they see it. So now when you actually, that reality hits you that they even took half of your money because of the things that that was already a misfortune in your life, now look at where it leads you. So what we started to do was basically help and assist individuals to relieve them of that actual debt. So now you can be free of the burden, and actually we can assist with you getting your credit repaired by taking on those debts for you and then putting you in a better situation. We assist individuals with attorneys, financial literacy classes. We offer entrepreneurial classes. We put, because of course, as I mentioned, we need assistance in every direction. Literally from the children, from the parents, from the uncles, the brothers. Everyone needs some form of assistance. So we're just trying to figure out how can we be the best catalyst out there to assist people on multiple platforms.
That's actually dope. Now, if I wanted assistance and I wanted to get involved with everything that you're doing, how can I get in touch with you?
So you can go to www.onerealfreedom.org. Once again, that website is www.onerealfreedom.org. You can go on there, see the multiple things that we do. We give away homes. You can see exactly how can you be a participant in that, and it's from the west side to the south side, so we're truly not biased on one side of the city. And also the reason that we are doing things across the water in other cities and states as well, because once again, we are being mistreated in every city. This is not just a Chicago problem. That's the reason why I'm actually sitting up here talking about the governor of Indiana, or the potential governor, Governor Myers, who will be the governor, because we speak things into existence.
Yes, sir.
Because he's truly has a real platform that he's actually talking about helping African Americans and individuals that look like ourselves. True enough, you being a governor of an entire state, you must pay attention to your other constituents. But there's nothing wrong with having a realistic agenda that you really want to help individuals like yourself.
I love it. Like everything that you actually is involved in. And one thing I must quote on, as far as the African American, yes, but we have to do better first.
That's
with
a fact.
Self.
Yeah.
With each other, with family. Then we take it on, and then therefore I believe everyone else will look and see, oh, there's one.
Right.
And then they'll love us too.
Right.
I need my reparations.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, this is dope.
I need that.
Be a blessing, you're going to receive.
There it is.
So, until then, make sure you guys, if anybody need any assistance or want to learn more about this gentleman, make sure you log into him right now.
And we can get involved too and help
others,
right?
Be a blessing.
That's a fact.
Be a blessing the right way. I love it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That was truly one of my prayers, since the early age. Hey, just bless me so I can assist and bless other individuals. So, that's always one of the things that, I've prayed for a majority of my life. So that's a fact.
Okay. Do you have an IG?
No, you know what?
I'm gonna need you to get social.
Yeah,
but until then, make sure y'all.
We are doing
this is a new generation out here, so that's what they love Instagram. So we have to do it that way.
So I will put out there. We are putting out an Instagram page for Real Freedom, so therefore everyone will be able to see the different things that we do. We sponsor, soccer teams, football, or what they call football in other countries. We sponsor baseball, basketball teams here. We do our mental health campaign in other countries as well as here as well. And all of this will be displayed on the Instagram as well as it's displayed on the website. But you'll be able to go in and get a real in-depth picture of all the things that we're doing in these multiple platforms for sure.
All right, yeah, we're going to make sure we do that, and we're going to put some links up on UrbanGrindTV.com and make sure we stay in tune with the movement. Y'all do y'all part, man. Keep grinding. We're going to stay recession-proof. We're going to take this break, and we'll be right back.
This is Antonio Williams from OneRealFreedom.org, and you're listening to Urban Grind Radio.